Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am making another card using a Beary Christmas stamp set from Mama Elephant. So first of all I die cut this rectangle using the basic rectangles from Mama Elephant out of some Strathmore Bristol smooth cardstock. Next I decided to stamp out my images. I left the sentiment aside because that's for later, and I stamped the images out using the Fadeout Noline coloring detail ink from Ink on 3. So now it is time to color everything in. I will list the colors below, just to let you know. This is sped through 4 times, so it's much slower than I represented here, but it's because otherwise the video would be so long that you would no longer want to watch. So I sped it through. I add first my ink onto the edges and then I blend it out using a damp paintbrush, as I always do with Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. And then after each part is dry, I go back in with the same ink and create more depth this way. With this brown, it was really hard to get a nice deep brown. By blending it out, it really softened the color a lot, and I struggled with getting the brown all the way to the middle from the image. So you will see later that I'm taking an acrylic block and that I'm adding the color on top of it so that I can take a watered down version more towards the middle of the bear, his belly and such. But for the rest I'm doing the same techniques as always, being the dragging it out using a damp paintbrush. So here you can see that I'm adding a really soft version of the brown onto the head and the belly, and this way I'm more happy with the depth created. And for the rest of the coloring I will put on some music and just let you watch it, and then afterwards I will be back. So now I still need to add the eyes and details onto the faces of the bears. Therefore I'm using the same Zig Clean Color Real Brush marker as I used for the bear itself, so that it matches and isn't that harsh against the light colors of the bear itself. And then I decided to test out a new product that I have from Fawn, being the glitter pen. Really important, the first time that you are using it, you really need to shake it a lot, and then you need to test it out on a scrap piece of paper to make sure that you won't mess up your project. So I did it at the side on the orange paper, and I wrote down it works, because it did. And then I added it on top of the balls, the stars, and also on the scarf as well. So it's really hard to see at this moment, but I will tilt it against the light and then you will see it more. And next I decided also to add it onto the snow that I created down below, just to give something extra to it. And actually I really like it that I added it onto the snow. It's my most favorite part of my use of my glitter pen in this card. And then it was time to add the sentiment on top of this, so therefore I used my stamping tool, I laid out my stamp again, and then I took my Wild Honey Distress Oxide ink to stamp this sentiment out. So this is a new color that I have, and actually I really like it. It's a joyful but still soft color, and I didn't want to add any black sentiments as I have colored everything Noline. So now I needed to adhere it on top of an American sized card base. So just to let you know, I heat set everything to be sure that everything was dry, and therefore my panel was a bit bulky. But when pressing it down, I still took a piece of scrap paper to make sure that I didn't smear anything, so this is what's happening here. And then I decided to add some final details with a white Jelly Roll 08 onto the scarves. And that finishes off my card. So I hope you liked the card design in this video. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!